Hey guys, so I wanted to learn how to paint my GMC symbol, and I think the best way to do that was to just spray paint it myself because I went to like the body shops and they were offering like $40 to paint it and stuff. So I got halfway through done with this one and I was like, why not make a tutorial? So yeah, this is the one in the back right now. I'm just getting the paint in and I already finished the front. Let me show you that real quick. Yeah, there's a front one right there. Really cheap and easy. What you'll need to paint your GMC symbols, all you'll need is just some paper towels, some painter's tape. Try to make sure it's automotive too, like it'll say it right there. And then some spray paint. Try to get one that bonds to plastic. I really recommend this one because it's shiny. It's like a shiny black. And it doesn't give it that plastic dip look, you know, the kind of ghetto one. So it's really good. And I bought 3, but after I painted them, I realized I only needed 1, and it's still really good. Like, has a lot in it. And then another one you'll need is clear coat, just to be extra safe. And you'll at least need a regular rag to wipe off all the dust in the beginning and all the dirtiness. And that should be all. As you can see, I just have some tape that I bought from O'Reilly's, and I'm just going around and putting it on the chrome because I want to keep the chrome on there. Yep, and that's that. And I'm just gonna continue going and y'all can watch. See what I do right here is I get the tape and put it on and get my nail and get a little crease in like that. And then I just peel it off and then cut where the little crease is. If you want, you can keep the little extra piece of tape for the corners if you need some later on, but there's that and that cut. And get your nail and close that. Just like that. See? And as you can tell, I'm no professional, so it's nothing too big, but it's just something small you can do yourself. And I'm being cheap and using the tape from the front side because that's just how I am, but yep. And then I did keep the plastic part for right here, so I'm gonna put it right there. But I don't know what happened. I guess that tape expanded. I don't know when it gets wet, but yeah. So I honestly don't recommend reusing the tape. Like, use new tape, but it's whatever you want. And there you go. That's the outcome of the tape. Another thing I do recommend is pushing down on all your tape at the end. Make sure it's all nice and on there, because you don't want to get paint everywhere. And then, like I was doing before, get your nail, just go along in there. And after you're done, you want to get some newspaper and put it around here. But I didn't have any newspaper. The only thing I had right here was some plastic. So I'm just gonna put plastic on the outsides. And I use it on the front too, if you can tell. Alright, and that's the finished product. And with that said, let's start painting. And after you shake your can and it's ready to go, I recommend turning the head like that. I don't know if you can see it or not. But when you turn it like that, the paint comes out up and down. And it does say it on the can right there. This is how I personally like it. You can just go over and over and it should be fine. And that's the first layer right there. Nothing too much. This is a little coat on it. And then what you want to do is wipe off that. Put that right there. Just get a napkin, just like that. And you just want to go on there and wipe that off. And what you probably want to do as well is turn the can over like that and spray. And just hold it down until like this air comes out and no paint. And that's whenever you know the nozzle all clean. So it won't dry inside the can and you can reuse it for later on. But since I'm going to be painting again real soon, I'm not going to do that because it's just a waste of time and stuff. And you want to give it probably, I don't know, 2-3 minutes for it to dry out a little bit before you put your next coat on. Because it's a really light coat. It's nothing too much. And after a minute of drying, you just put on your next coat. Just like that. Again, you wipe it off, but this time I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, so I'm gonna go outside and flip it over and spray it. And after about 10-15 minutes of waiting, you can go on and put your third layer. And as you can tell, I'm no professional, so I don't know what it's supposed to look like. I'm just doing it because I'm basically eyeballing it and see what's up. Alright. And that is my third coat. As you can see, there's still some red, but it's mainly black now. And wait about another 10-15 minutes and go on with your fourth one, and that'll be it. And after 15 minutes of waiting, time for the next coat. And what you really want to do is with a spray can, you want to kind of go lower and get it, because I don't know if you can tell, I missed some spots on here. It's like red still, but in the front it's perfectly black. So you want to go at an angle from under and then from the side as well. Sorry about that, chair. And there you go. There's your fourth coat. And it's basically black now. There's a little tint of red. But I don't do really a lot of coats because I want to let it completely dry and stuff, because as you can tell it's dripping already, see? I do not want that to happen. Dripping is just terrible. If that happens, then you're basically screwed. You can't like wipe it up or anything. So I'm going to wait another 15 minutes and then put another last coat on it, and then that should be it. And make sure after you're done every time to turn it upside down and to spray it out, because you don't want to be having all that paint in there drying up. And I'll show you one more time how to do that. You just get the can, turn it upside down, and spray. See? And then just dust. And just like that, your tubes inside the spray cans are clean. And then get the top, napkin, swipe. Doesn't have to be 100% clean, but you get the picture. Put the lid on it, and then wait another 15 minutes and you should be good. Alright, I've waited another 15 minutes and it's basically dry. And one way, if you want to check if it's dry, don't touch the GMC symbol itself, touch the plastic around it. See how that is. And if that's dry, then that should be dry too. But if it's wet, then it's fine, it's the plastic, no big deal. Wait until it dries. But if you would have touched the GMC symbol while it's wet, that would have been a really complicated thing. And I honestly don't know how you could fix that. So don't touch it at all. And that should be good. Honestly, I don't know. Because like I said before, I'm not a professional or anything, so don't know what it should look like. But I mean, as long as it's black, it's good. So I'm just gonna continue spraying a little bit more around the edges of it, just to be safe. Alright. And that should be black enough. If you want to continue going, you can, but as you can tell a little bit, it's getting really glossy, and it's getting really wet too. And if you continue going, it'll start to drip, and you don't want it to drip down. So that should be good. Let it dry completely. So give it like probably, the can says it dries in 15 minutes or less, but just to play it safe, you probably want to let it dry for like 30 minutes. And I'm about to put the clear coat, but it looks like there's a little red. I'm not sure if it's from the light over here or it's actually red, so I'm gonna get my phone and check myself. Doesn't look red, it looks black. Alright, I think it's time for clear coat. And there you go. That's one coat. And I was a little too close on that, like you can tell. It's a little like foggy. Doesn't have that clean look on it. So I was too close. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry, give it about 5 minutes, and then come back and spray the next one on. And that's been about 5 minutes. So time for my next layer of clear coat. Alright, and that should be that. Basically done. And remember to do the same thing with the clear coat, to turn it upside down and spray until nothing comes out. Wait, there you go, yeah. Once nothing comes out, get a towel and wipe the top off. Yeah. And just because it's clear, you won't be able to see anything, but you should still wipe off the top because it's basically kind of the same concept, I guess, as paint. If it dries, it'll harden and clog it up. So you want to wipe that as well. And time to take off the paint and see what it looks like. Well, time to take off the tape. I said paint, my fault. And I'm gonna throw all my stuff away. And there's that right there. And looks like a great job from someone who isn't professional. Spent about $7 on the can of spray, $3 on paint, and another like $6 on the clear coat. There you go. That's that. And the good thing about this paint is, if you do mess up a little bit, I don't know if you can see a little smudge right there. Just get your nail, that comes right off, just like that. Nice and easy. Just do a quick overlook, see how it is. Make sure it's all good. Looks like my taping was good. And let me get my flashlight real quick so you can see it better. There you go. See how nice that looks? Nice and easy.